2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Houston, they presently occupy that final playoff spot. Up a game as the regular season winds to a close, but no time to relax.
And seeing where the Rockets are, when you think back on how well they finished the regular season last year, it's hard to believe they're just an average team at this point.
Well, that's what the standings say. I mean, I think that they've still got the ability to turn it on before the end of the season, but time will tell.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Mark, last season we saw Moni Eunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc shots increased.
And Monta Eunice actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland. Harden gets to Ariza, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And Monta Eunice is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
And here's Beverly following Draymond Green's 3. Howard dishes to Monta Eunice. Back to Howard. Ariza with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And Monta Eunice the basket on the assist by Ariza. Minute 30 into this first quarter. Curry kicks to Green. Off target with his 3.
Rare such an open look.
Ariza, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it.
Curry can't get it to go.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Curry kicks to Green from the arc. That doesn't go either for Green. The Rockets have got to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Harden on the wing. Beyond the arc. No good.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Here's Ariza following the basket by Stephen Curry. Harden kicks to Beverly. No one near him. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Curry passes to Green. Here's Barnes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Harden dishes to Howard. Howard down with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Curry against Beverly. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Houston. Terry comes in for Patrick Beverly, and then for Golden State. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Curry, here we go. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Harden kicks to Beasley. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
A lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and Corey Brewer's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Golden State also making some changes. Ezeli's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. Relying on their outside marksmanship is one thing he's comfortable with in this matchup. He said that his team can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league when it comes to shooting from distance, and that he won't pull the reins back on his shooters at all tonight, guys. We'll see how they go.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the three ball.
Here's Brewer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. Second in fast break points. Third in steals. And they're in the top 10 in rebounds. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
And you mentioned their ability to score in transition. This is a team that loves to get out and run. And one of the things I like, they move the ball up court with the pass as much or more than anybody in the league.
Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Ezeli, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Now, here's Brewer. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Iguodala gets the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And it's Beasley in the corner. On the wing, Jason Terry. That 3 off the mark. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his...
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the Splash Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Ezeli in at the 5. Thompson for 3. The shot misses. And it's Houston the other way. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Harden gets to Ariza. Here's Monty Eunice. Off target from outside. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Thompson. Fires at the elbow. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Howard with a clean look. That one off the back iron and out.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Brandon Rush.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bogut's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Ian Clark's checked in for Golden State. Well, guys, James Harden, quite possibly the most devastating rim attacker in the league today, just refuses to slow down. Wayne Clark, he's going right at the basket.
Yeah, he's got it all, Kevin. I mean, he's so thick and strong and has deceptive moves and explosiveness. When he gets inside, he's scoring or you're fouling.
The shot. Out left to the wing. Beverly, the pass to Ariza. Back to Beverly. A three-pointer is right on target. Beverly's got 6 here in this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
When you're defending Harden, it really is a pick-your-poison situation. I mean, we talked about his driving, but you can't gap him because he's also a very good shooter and passer. So that double team that you want to provide as well, he's real good at finding that open man.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, another thing about Harden, he draws so much attention defensively. So even when he misses around the rim, oftentimes it's going to create offensive rebound opportunities for the Rockets. So he takes the whole defense with him.
Here's McDaniels, and some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
To the middle, Beasley with the steal. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And some nice passing there by Houston.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's McDaniels. No good. Great D that time from Iguodala. Warriors trail by 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Spates. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low. And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
So for the Rockets, Smith checked in for Beasley. Andrew Godlock comes in for Brewer. And it's Harden in for KJ McDaniels. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. Stolen by Harden. Smith for three. And that one's good. And the Rockets lead by 4.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And it's Smith again missing.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
It's Harden with the drive. Spates with the block. And Gaudelot kicks to Harden. Drops one in from the wing. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers. I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
No good from Spates.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
It's Harden with the drive. Can't hit from the elbow.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Patrick Beverley. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Cody Eunice and Howard, the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter, and it's Beverley in at point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
A nice shot by Howard. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And Curry, here we go. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And stolen by Barnes. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him. Curry kicks to Bogut for the lead. In. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. The Rockets trail.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And this is why you need good contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. A nice start to the second half, just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Eunice's shot is good.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost them.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Golden State, Ezeli's checked in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Curry. The Warriors have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. That free throw, no good.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Howard kicks to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Iguodala outside. Fires the three, and that one's good. 10 points for Andrew Bogut.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good from outside. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Kicks to Ariza. Howard dishes to Beverly. Ariza outside. And another 3 for Houston.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And it's blocked. Ezeli the pass to Barnes. Bogut kicks to Iguodala. Back to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Stolen by Harden. And they're running. Pushing it up.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skills. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years. One category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Houston making some changes. Smith checked in for Beasley. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's McDaniels in for Patrick Beverly. Different look here for the Warriors. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Festus Ezeli. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
Here's Rush. The Rockets pull it in.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Spates dishes to Barnes. Doubled by Howard. The pass to Barbosa. It's taken away by Brewer. Poked away. Howard kicks to Ariza. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
For three, Barbosa. There's the bucket. Good. And the Warriors lead by 1. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Spades the pass to Barbosa. And it's sent back by Howard. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in. And Monty Eunice subbed in for Josh Smith.
Timeout. 20. Start it.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
And the Rockets making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Azili. Spates comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Sean Livingston. And it's Barnes in for Steph Curry. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Barnes. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too. And you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 on the basket for McDaniels.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Gets it off. He got it up in time, but it was...
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. And it's Clark in at the point. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And guys, nice to see Bogut.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate us top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
They get a hand on it, dives for it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monty Eunice. Warriors leading by 3. It's Iguodala with the drive. Pass to Green. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular... Talk about putting something extra on him. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Feeds to Howard. Iguodala with the steal. Stolen by Beverly. Harden against Thompson. From deep. Harden's shot is off. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Curry's shot is off. Rockets trail by 6. Dishes it to Moniunas. Kept alive by Houston. Houston moving it around. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Smith. It goes straight through with the swish.
What a terrific shot by Smith. Boy, is he smooth.
Here's Azili, who's guarded by Howard. Offensive rebound. Open shot. Thompson hits the target from 18 feet.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see. And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words. The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in, and Golden State also making a change. Bogut's checked in. It's tipped. 3-on-3. Moniunas dishes to Beverly. Moniunas kicks to Harden, and there's the feed to Howard. Ariza outside, back to Howard. Here's Beverly, and they're unable to get the tying basket there.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
And so it's Houston with it. Beverly wide open. It's good. This game is all even.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical junction. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Timeout called the Warriors. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Howard with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Beverly, the pass to Moniunas. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. It's Bogut with the drive. Here's Green. Bogut kicks to Green. Iguodala outside. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one is out of reach.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Moniunas. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be, and he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Ariza dishes to Beverly. Offline with his 3. The Warriors shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And that one's good. Green's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Here's Beverly. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
The drive by Iguodala, and that one is hammered home.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Passes it to Ariza. There's the triple. That's good.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Bogut with it. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Barnes is checked in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson from long range. Cannot hit. Excellent D there from Beasley. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Curry buries it.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Clark, a big-time possession here.
I tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
Here's Beverly. It's good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. To take the lead. The shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. It's Curry outside. James Harden with the rebound. He kicks it to Howard. Count it! Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Can't get the ball in. We have it,
and it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock where they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the double.